Well, he is the favorite to win a race for the Michigan State House, but one Republican candidate cannot seem to avoid controversy after controversy.
R.J. Regan's latest involves comments involving sexual assault that he made in a recent interview. They've led some in his own party to call him unfit to serve.
Now, we do need to warn you tonight, you may find the comments crude. 7 investigator Ross Jones joins us now with the very latest on this. Ross.
Carol and Dave, R.J. Regan did not apologize for the comments you're about to hear, but says they were taken out of context.
Just wanted to interview him and find out a little bit about his campaign and how it went.
Adam D'Angelini invited Robert R.J. Regan on his show to talk about his surprise upset in a recent GOP primary. The discussion turned to Regan's efforts to decertify Michigan's electors in the 2020 presidential election.
They vote to decertify. Wouldn't that decertify the election and give it back to the rightful owner?
No, and that's the thing.
As we've reported, there is no evidence of voter fraud that would warrant decertifying Michigan's electors. And when other guests on the show pushed back, Regan said this.
You know, having 3 daughters, and I tell my daughters, well, if rape is inevitable, you should just lie back and enjoy it. So that's not how we roll. That's not how I won this election. We go right at it.
Regan's analogy caught others on the show off guard.
We're streaming on YouTube, probably not for much longer after what Robert just said.
In all fairness,
Hold on.
that was a shameful comment.
Amber's-
Advice to give to your daughter. Don't do that. Fight all the time. Don't.
No. He said he was saying.
No, I
was
get
saying
it.
Don't do that.
I get it. Shameful.
He made an analogy to rape, which was maybe not the best analogy, but he was speaking extemporaneously.
I spoke with host Adam D'Angelini today, who told me Regan misspoke and was trying to say that not fighting back would be like telling his daughters to not fight back against sexual assault.
I think he was basically saying he wasn't going to take it. He wasn't going to stand back and give up because his opponent had considerable more financial resources, and he pressed on and knocked on a lot of doors and ended up winning his race.
Can you imagine a scenario where it makes sense to talk about your daughters being raped?
Well, no, but he was probably just thinking about his daughters for whatever reason, probably because he is a father.
Ironically, one of Regan's biggest opponents in his political career is one of his daughters. When he ran for office 2 years ago, daughter Stephanie Regan tweeted, "If you're in Michigan and 18 plus, please, for the love of God, do not vote for my dad for state rep. Tell everyone." The tweet went viral. Regan lost that race, but in this one, he's the presumptive favorite and will face a Democrat in a general election this May.
Anytime a candidate says something that could be misinterpreted, or perhaps could have been said better, or perhaps could have simply been more directly said without the use of the analogy, you do cringe a little bit, and that's just what happens sometimes.
And there has been a lot of cringing today in Republican circles, not just for these comments, but also for his recent support of Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine. The conservative group Michigan Freedom Fund released a statement today saying, in part, R.J. Regan's disgusting and dehumanizing comments on the horror of sexual assault, along with his support of murderous dictator Vladimir Putin, are despicable and completely disqualify him from holding public office. We did reach out to Regan on his cell phone today. He did not call us back, but sent us a text message saying his comments were taken out of context. The Michigan Republican Party did not return our request for comment. Dave, Carolyn.
Cringe-worthy indeed. Ross, thank you.